All right, so when it comes to raising awareness about different issues, there are marches, projects, and social events. For one San Antonio woman, she's not eating or drinking anything for the next 48 hours this weekend to bring attention to a rare disease. Eyewitness News reporter Sharon Coe explains.
Starving for a cure.
300,000 Americans.
That's what Erika Pompa has been doing for the last 4 years.
This is where I slept.
Pampa chooses local restaurants and camps out for 48 hours.
I know it's not the norm. I know it's not what people would think would probably be a safe thing to do. But I did it because I wanted to grab people's attention. And I wanted people to know how serious it was to me, to our family.
She doesn't eat or drink anything during that time because her cousin Giovanna Desardin has difficulty doing so.
It's very hard for me to get moving.
Desardin suffers from a rare autoimmune disease called scleroderma. It's a condition that causes the skin and connective tissues to harden or tighten up. For some, the esophagus gets damaged, so eating or drinking is painful.
Fibrotic tissue, it starts to erode. Because of all the intestinal involvement, there's a lot of reflux that comes back up to the esophagus, which causes the damage, which causes spasms. And it's something that I have to endure every single time I eat.
Pampa and Desardin hope San Antonio will join them to bring more attention to this disease at the 5th annual Stepping Out to Cure Scleroderma, happening this Saturday.
You need food to survive, and people do take that for granted. And I hope that people really learn about the cause.
Sharon Coe, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.